Alright guys, this is Little Johnny here. I'm here to show you some pretty cool stuff. Alright, you know that I've got the CR-10s and I've been using the ultrabase, the anycubic ultrabase, and you'll also know that, you know, I have just loved this product so much, and it was bought with my own money. And this print just finished. It took 6 hours 48 minutes to complete. See if I can get this to focus in here. And also it looks like it's come out great. I haven't touched it. It finished just a couple of minutes ago, not long at all. And I wanted to show you about the build plate, because it is ridiculous. I mean, it is literally, look at that, one finger, and it's already off of the build plate. I haven't even done nothing at all. I literally pick it up, nothing is left behind, no residue, no nothing. And this Batman looks like it has come out just fantastic. And I'll get this all cleaned up, and the supports took off of it so we can see how it looks. And that was printed on the silver PLA that came from Hobby King. And also I wanted to note that I know some of you are probably curious. I was, when I went and back and looked at my videos and do the editing and stuff. These videos are shot so clear, and I know the sound, I have to boost the audio on it some when I'm recording in the 1080p, but when I record in 4K the sound is loud, but my my FPS is lower, it's 30. But my 1080p is 60, and it records beautifully. It records very, very, very well. Just the sound is not as loud. I'm not sure why, but I wanted to tell you that I know a lot of GoPros are like $300 and $400, and that is way out of the ballpark of what I wanted to pay for a camera, especially just right now. So I went to Walmart on a whim. I went there to go get something else, and I came across this Vivitar. This Vivitar is, see if you can see the reflection of it. It's the Vivitar 914 HD, and it has recorded for me very, very well. It hasn't had any kind of problems. It hasn't had anything. And also the tripod that you see was also printed out on the CR-10s, and it has done very well. I got my little workshop station here on some on an old desk that my mom and dad used to have, and this is just an extra room I have in my house that I've made into a 3D printer room pretty much, and of course hobbies and airplanes and everything else. And I'm gonna work on making this into a 3D printable biplane of a 3D airplane. Now this is an airplane made from, I bought it from Twisted Hobbies, and I love flying 3D, and man, that thing works great. But I'm working on trying to make it into a 3D printable plane that's flyable, of course, and seeing where that goes. I have also printed stuff out, and I've got this, I believe I've got it right here. I have this, I haven't even tried it yet. It's Protopasta filament. It's their metallic. This is like the silver metallic, and it's real pretty stuff. Real pretty. It looks real pretty. Looks like it'll print out really well. We'll see. I'm gonna find something to print and then print it out, see how it comes out. I've also bought let's see, 2, 4, I bought 8 more pounds of filament I've got coming in. Some of it's clear transparent, some of it's like a silk white, some of it is ZIRO filament. Actually, it's a ZIRO blue metallic, and I also got the red metallic while it was still in stock. This is my cleaning filament, which is it's Nova, made by Nova cleaning filament. It's worked real well so far, and I didn't have a spool, so anybody that doesn't have a spool and you don't want to make one or anything like that, and this is just cleaning filament, I wouldn't do this for, you know, a regular small roll of filament. But for cleaning filament, since you're not going to put it on a roll and sit there and let it, you know, unwind into the extruder, put it in a Ziploc bag like this, stick you a silica packet in there too, and you can just leave the end of it open a little bit when you go to use it, and you just slide a little bit of it out and feed it through the extruder and hot end and so forth. And that makes for a, you know, it's easy to stack in and stuff like that. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Here is the ZIRO marble filament that I've gotten, and I have printed out quite a few things with it, and it seems to work really well. I like it. I actually like it. I believe I paid $19-20 for this roll of filament, and it's a 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. It was like $19, and it come from Amazon, so you know, I had 2 days shipping. I got Prime, and so the shipping was free. And the blue metallic and the red metallic that I have is also made by ZIRO, and as good as this filament has turned out to be, I kind of do expect the metallic blue and red to be about the same and perform about the same, so they should be just as good, and I would love for them to be that way, because I really like this marble filament. And I have a few more colors. This black came from Hobby King as well, and it's black, you know. It doesn't have any detail like the marble or anything, but this filament has done really well from Hobby King, and so is the silver that I've printed with. And Nerys, if you're watching this, this is SUNLU. Let me see. Let me get this box in the light. Sorry people. That's the box that my SUNLU wood filament came in, and I have had a time printing with this, and I done it by what the box said. You know, it says on there 190 to 220, and I had it at 220, and it kept clogging my nozzle up, and I don't know why. I was using, you know, a 0.4. It'd print well for a little while, and then it would stop it up. And I don't think this is real wood filament. It doesn't have it doesn't smell like wood. It doesn't have a wood burning smell when you print with it. But the prints that I did have that turned out well, they turned out well. I mean, they look good. They didn't have any problems or anything. Matter of fact, my filament guide and my camera mount for this camera that I'm using, I printed out of this SUNLU wood, but I've had a pretty rough time using it. And I think I heard you say on one of your videos that you rented it like $235, maybe even $240 for this SUNLU. So I may go back and revisit that filament and see what I can get out of it. And for this filament, this is another Hobby King filament here. It is PETG see if we can get that all on the camera. And I will tell you that this filament, there's still pretty much the whole roll on there. It's transparent red. I really wanted this to work, and you know, it says 195 to 220 C on the nozzle temp and 35 to 60 C on the bed temp. And I can tell you, I have not had one single print come out good at all. I've not had a complete, well, I take that back. I've had one print that completed, but it was not that big at all. It was actually the cover for the one of the axes on the CR-10s. It was the beard cover that's on Thingiverse. I printed that, and it completed, but on one end it was half-ass, I guess is what you would call it, because it was like it didn't put an outer shell up or something. You know, you could see the infill in it and everything else, and it wasn't smooth on the outside like all my other prints are. I just had a real rough time printing with that filament, and I'm not sure why, but we'll get that figured out. It's not no big deal. And I still have all of these that I've got to go through and check out and see if it works. I've got the glow fill that's made by Color Fab that come in my maker box, and I've got Gizmo Dorks filament, this blue, it's PLA, and it's the color changing from blue to white, so we got to try that. And here is some PETG from 3D Tech. I do kind of expect this to be better than the Hobby King filament, and this Hotend on here says 230 to 260 and bed temp 70 to 100, so I may go revisit the Hobby King filament and try those temperatures and see if it works better, and I'm sure it will. And here's the PlayFab 3D Print Life, and like I said, I haven't tried any of these, but we're going to, and of course we'll be posting them. And here's the linen too as well. And I am also, oh, and yeah, and here's the AIO. I have printed some stuff out with this. I printed a couple of things, and it came in the maker box as well, and it printed out great. That AIO filament, man, it's really good. It is really good. If I get into a deal where I want to change something up, or I may just buy some of it just because, just to have it and use, because I mean, it was good. I didn't have any problems with it. And like I said before, I'll show you. Oh, and this box, by the way, it has rubber seals around it, so it helps keep moisture out and everything. Is I do have a bunch of silica packets in there to keep moisture out and everything. The humidity is 32 degrees in there, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't think I'm gonna have any problems really with getting moisture into my filaments, but we'll see, and time will tell. But here is the GoPro mount for the CR-10s that was printed in the SUNLU wood filament. I mean, it turned out good. There's, you know, it was alright. It was an alright print. And then the filament guide. I mean, it turned out good. It's been working. I haven't had any problems with it. It hasn't cracked or busted, and it's been working ever since I put it on the machine. And I also, this spool holder is an acrylic spool holder, and it's got 4 little bearings in it with 4 little wheels, and it is just the smoothest thing in the world. And I used a Dremel and cut it out on the side so it would work, it would fit on the box better. And because I don't like for my filament to be in a strain or anything like that, or having to pull real hard on it. like it does on the original spool holder that comes with this machine. I just don't like it. I'm sure I printed with it to start with, you know, and it was fine. Nothing happened or nothing. I wanted it to be smoother. You know, I wanted to upgrade it. And this literally cost $6 on Amazon when I bought it, because I was buying a few other things at the same time, and I figured, you know what, if I've got to buy 4 bearings for something else and print all of it out, that's going to cost me at least $6 for 4 bearings. So I just pay $6 for this and put it together, and it's all done. And it's clear, and I like acrylic stuff that's clear. It's awesome. It worked out great. And let's see, here is a filament spool holder that oh man, I did not know it was going to be this tiny. Look at that little bitty hole. Look at that. That is like finger, a little bit bigger than finger width. And of course it will not fit on that. You know, the spool holder swallows it whole. So I have turned around and I have taken the stock spool holder, and what I've done is I've gotten an old coat hanger, and I'm going to make a little spool off of the big spool, so I can excuse me, so I can hold these smaller spools to use them, like for the smaller filaments that I've got here that, you know, I don't have 2 pounds, a whole kilogram of it or nothing. So when I get the sample filaments, I can put them on the little spools and use them without any problems. But I'm going to take you guys over and show you the marble prints that I've made. Sounds good? Alright then. Alright guys, so here we are. Here is my maker coin that I made in Tinkercad, and this is just something that I plan on making different ones, and this one's made out of the marble. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it, and when somebody gets something from me or I send somebody something, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a maker coin with everything that I make, so that, you know, if somebody got something and it was made out of marble, this marble filament, then, you know, I'll have a maker coin made out of something else, like PETG, or, you know, the TPU, the flexible filament, something different, so that they will get a different filament. You know, they'll have something else to look at, so they might go, hey, you know what, I like the color of that, or I like the way this is, or this gives me an idea for this. I wonder if they can make this for me. So that's what I'm going to do with these. And this marble filament really came out really well. It really did. I like it. I like it a lot. And here is an Iron Man that come from Thingiverse. It's what is it, Deadpool call it the superhero landing. Here comes the superhero landing. But it looks really awesome. This came out really good. It came out in really good detail. It didn't take real long to print either. Like I said, this looks really, really good. Other than taking the supports off of it, I did no cleanup to this whatsoever. It is the way it is as it came off the printer, and it looks good. I like it. It's a, you know, it's a finished deal. It's a done deal. It looks really well. The marble looks really well. It prints really well. It doesn't have any problems. I bought it with my own money. It's not sponsored or anything by anybody, and I'm not advertising for nobody other than trying to tell you, the public, that, you know, I like this filament. I bought it with my own money, and it printed well for me, and it should for you too as well. And it's done really well for me. It's done really good. Here is also the Groot. This print also, it is the way it is as it came off of the printer. The CR-10s has been an amazing printer for me. and I love it. I really do. I love it. And this marble filament looks really, really good. And I would like to get some wood filament that looks really, really good and that I could stain and do dark stain or light stain with it, and it look as good too. But this Groot, man, it looks really, really good. And I've also I printed out this little alien. It come from Thingiverse as well, but I printed it out too small, really, because when I printed it out, its tail was like paper thin, and I should have known better than to print it this small, but I was anxious and I wanted it to print anyway. But for what it is and how it is, it printed good and it didn't have any problems at all. So it's been working out really good for me. And here's a look at some of the other stuff that I've gotten. And also, on another note, I have gotten a brand new airbrush compressor. Hope you can see that there. There's enough light, maybe. And I've got me some new airbrushes. I got some gravity feed airbrushes as well. This is the what is this? This is a Master Airbrush brand, and I've already painted with it. I've been airbrushing for a little while now, and it looks really, really good, and it's painted really, really well for me. I can't complain with it. And here is a Badger. This is a Badger that a buddy of mine, he told me to use it, said he would never use it. It was brand new. That's the box and the floor down there that he gave it to me in. And I mean, man, I've painted with it, and it's a phenomenal working airbrush. I like it. I really, really like it, and I really appreciate him donating that to me to use to paint these models and to paint some of the cars that I've been airbrushing and stuff with. But if anybody's curious and wondering about the Master Airbrush compressors or anything like that, it works really, really well. I'll cut it on for you and let you hear it. Other than that bottle shaking back there, there's really not a whole lot of noise to it. You know, it's pretty quiet, to be honest. I was surprised because the other compressor I had, man, was it loud. And I'll let you hear it again. I mean, it's pretty quiet. And it fills up quick with the hose and cuts off. And it's done a phenomenal job for me. It's done a real phenomenal job for me. I like it. And to me, it's a pretty good buy. I mean, I spent $80 on it, and it came with the gravity fed airbrush and of course the tank and the hose and everything that you need. And it was really good. It even came in this little box right here, the Master Airbrush Model G22. It's been a pretty good airbrush gun. I can't complain about it. I mean, it was kind of thrown in the $80 deal, you know, with that compressor. And I have painted with a lot cheaper and a lot less stuff before, I can promise you. And I was trying to see here at what all else that I've had going on that y'all don't know about. And for y'all that don't know, this is my rig right here I use to cut up all the videos and put them on YouTube and everything else. And it started out as a iBuyPower, but then I've kind of done a bunch of stuff to it. It's not iBuyPower no more, it's just iBuyPower's Erebus case. It is fully water cooled, with a touch screen up in the front for a controller. I get these wires out of the way here. You can see it's pretty nice. It tells you the temperatures of everything you need, and it's all touch screen. And I've got this waterfall reservoir right here with the little propeller to let me know everything's moving around in there. And it's got an AMD bulldozer 8-core processor that's running at, it's over 4.1 right now, and it's been running phenomenally. I got a Titan 1000-watt power supply, and I've got a Gigabyte G1 Gaming 970, and it has no problem doing anything and everything I need it to do, plus play video games. And I run them in the super dynamic 4K resolution, and man, it doesn't skip a beat. And I've got a Vexor RAM, 16 gigs of that, and it's been working out well. And I've got 3 radiators. I've got a single 140 right there, and then I've got a triple radiator 140 up top with a fan in the back that you cannot see, and then I've got a dual 120 down here in the bottom, and of course I've got a couple extra things in there as well. And of course I've got just a little screen. I've got my Xbox 360 Connect, so I can do some scanning for 3D models and that sort of thing. And I like this G-Skill keyboard because, man, it has been awesome. I have a Black Widow down there, and I would buy 10 more of these before I bought another Black Widow. That Black Widow has been terrible for me. And here's my little parts menu of my little Team Associated truck over there. I love that thing. It's pretty awesome. I'll do a review on that as well. It is a brand new truck that just came out, and it runs great out of the box. I bought it as ready to run. It's been phenomenal as well. But I also want to let you know that I really appreciate everybody checking out my channel. I really appreciate you liking my videos and subscribe to them if you can. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. I added a Patreon to my account. If you can do it, that's great, phenomenal. Thank you so much. And if you can't, that's fine too. I understand. That's not a problem. But for my Patreons, what I will be doing is I will be doing giveaways and stuff in the future. I'll be doing giveaways on my channel in the future in general, but to my Patreons, they will get some extra stuff given to them, of course, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I've had some requests for some people about airbrushing some of these models, as I have this one right here, and I had started on the alien one as well, and I've had some people want me to do some videos, so I'll do some videos of that and show you how I do it. And of course my method is unorthodox, and I kind of do it how I want to. I don't do anything by the book. That's what makes it worth it, right? So this concludes our video for today. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much. Thank you for my Patreons. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. Don't forget to comment below. Send me an email. If you need help with anything, let me know. I'll do whatever I can to help you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate y'all looking at me to review this stuff, so you can see how it is before you spend your hard-earned money. I'll spend mine first. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You thought I forgot, didn't you? No, I didn't forget. I'm not gonna forget. Here's the Batman. Here is the Batman. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm in the process of making a turntable right now, so that way the camera can be stable and the model can be stable. I'm just trying to make sure you get a good picture of everything as it is. But this is how it came off of the printer. Of course, you know, I had to remove the supports as you've seen on it, but after doing that, I mean, this is how it is. It came out great, phenomenal. And I mean, that's the CR-10s for you. at least mine anyway. It's came out great, amazingly. And for this character to be like this, I mean, it's got a lot of detail in it, and I hope you can see it on the camera. Like I said, this is that Vivitar. It's just like a GoPro. Everything GoPro fits it. Except it costs $50 instead of $400. And it, to me, the video quality on it is spectacular. And I got away with not spending the $300-400 on a GoPro. But this is it, and it looks good. It looks real good. I'm very pleased with it. Very pleased with it. Now I have just got to airbrush it, and then it'll be done. It'll be a done model. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And as always, please like, subscribe, be a Patreon if you want to. If not, that's fine. It's okay. I understand. And also, if you will look down in the description, I give a link to everything from the filaments that I use, the printer that I use, everything. I give a link to everything. So check that out, click on that stuff, see what you think, because everything that I use that you see here, that I've printed with, the printer I print with, I'm going to start adding the colors that I use for my airbrush, the airbrushes that I use. I'm going to include everything in the descriptions. I'm new to this, so give me some time. It's going to get better with time as far as me getting more organized. And everybody comment below. Let me know. Give me some tips. Let me know what to do. Help me out some. Let me know what you want as far as a viewer and what you'd like to see, what you'd like me to make. I'm in the process of making a beer keg tap pull right now for a customer. They want 2 of them. It's for their motorcycle club. And when I get done with those, I'm designing those right now. When I get done with those, I'll shoot a video of those and everything, and let y'all see those and see what you think. And thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. You have a good morning. Well, morning today for me at this moment in time. For you, it could be evening, night, or depending on when you watch this video. Anyway, thank you guys. This is Little Johnny. Bye.